Hello friends and enemies, it's me Isabel here with a fun TBR to share with you. I am participating in the trans rights readathon that kind of blew up on TikTok and has transferred all over the bookish internet. I'm really excited about this readathon as somebody who lives in the state of Tennessee where they are attacking LGBTQ people, trans people especially, so heavily. It's terrifying at times. I am excited to be doing this and to have an opportunity to talk about it some here, and also read a lot of books I've had on my TBR for a while that I haven't gotten to, some books that I've, been meaning to get to, and fundraise money for trans rights. So for my participation, I will be donating 20-ish bucks per book that I finish, depending on how many I read. I'm gonna have to cap myself at some number. I just don't know what yet right now. And I will be donating to Out Memphis because I couldn't find a specific organization for Nashville area. So I'm opting to go with the Memphis one. I also have a fundraiser page if you want to donate to my reading, if you want to match, if you want to donate to another Tennessee organization. Tennessee right now is one of the first states to have passed anti-trans legislation, and it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. So on that note, I have a pretty big TBR selection picked out for myself, and I want to share with you the books I'm planning to read. Real quick before I dive into my TBR, let's talk about some resources for the readathon itself. So Sim Kern is the one who put this together. I will link to their tweet list down below where they have a whole running thing. You can fill out a form to join, all the stuff. You can do that. I will also have a link obviously to my fundraising page. If you want to donate, there's no pressure to do anything. I will be donating through that page as I read books as well. I also have a link to Read with Reese's spreadsheet of trans recs across genres. The list is already over like 300 books, so you can find something to read there. So I do want to keep in mind for people watching that this does encompass non-binary people, whether or not they identify as trans, because of how these laws are going to affect them as well. So just a note. But on that, let's dive into my TBR, where I do have a very big variety of book types and options going around. So first up we have For the Love of April French. This is by Penny Ames, and it has some BDSM in it, I believe. Like there's a BDSM club. Okay, so this has actually been on my TBR since it came out-ish. And I don't know why I haven't gotten to it yet. So here we are. I'm going to finally pick this up. I know that there's some BDSM club stuff in here. It follows a trans woman character, and I'm just really excited about it. I've heard nothing but good things. Like, I have not heard anything bad about this book, so I'm pumped. This is definitely a solid romance option. I also have Exodus 23 on my TBR by Freydis Moon. If I read this and love it, I may dive into other Freydis Moon titles. I'm not sure yet. I have been wanting to pick them up for a while. I originally got an arc of this book and I couldn't read it due to formatting issues for myself. So I have since bought the ebook and I'm going to read it that way. I know this follows an angel / like eldritch horror style angel situation and a trans man who fall in love / fuck. I don't know, in some capacity, one of those two things is happening. And I'm here for it. I also have Even Though I Know the End by C.L. Polk. This is a sapphic magical detectives, and she enters into a deal with a demon to stay with the love of her life forever. I'm curious. I did get an arc of this from Libro FM a while ago, and I forgot about it. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to pick that book up and give it a try. I also have Hell Followed With Us by Andrew Joseph White. This is one that has been on my radar since it's come out. I've had it in and out from the library a few times now, and I've had other things going on, so I haven't read it. This for me was a cover interest at first, and then I watched my friends read it and kind of love it a lot and lose their mind. The biggest thing I know about this is it's about a 16-year-old named Benji who's on the run from a cult that raised him. He's been injected with a bioweapon, and I'm just really curious about how this is going to work out. One thing to get me to click on a book that's not like romance is cult stuff for some reason, and I'm just, like I said, deeply curious about how this will play out. Then we have Love Kills Twice by Reen Gray. This is a bi femme fatale and a non-binary assassins romance / I think suspense story together. Like, it's probably more romantic suspense. They did some graphics talking about this book. It does feature neurodiversity, which has me excited. I always love to see neurodiverse characters in my books. And it does have high heat, to which they said was breath play and bondage. So I'm just like, I need this. They're not on sale anymore. I was posting this, I don't think, but they were on sale last week. So I did just buy the whole series for like $6. I normally don't do that, but I do think I'm going to like them. They're also really short, so I can just read them all quickly. Then we have The Companion by E.E. Ottoman. This is one that I wanted to read last year during the queer romance readathon that we did with a bunch of us. And I didn't get to it, and I'm still mad at myself about it. This is set in 1948 New York. This is like a cottagecore polyamorous relationship happening. They like go off to live in this like house in the country. And I think it sounds really fun. I think it sounds really different. The cover's stunning. I'm really excited to give this a go finally. Then I have another YA one called Always the Almost by Edward Underhill. This one is about a 16-year-old pianist who is trying to win back his ex, but the new person in town catches his interest and gives him tummy butterflies. I just got this from the library and I'm really curious about it. I think it sounds really cute. I kind of want to throw in some lighter YA since I'm reading Hell Followed With Us, and that's definitely a heavier YA title. Everything else is adult so far, by the way. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I like gave myself something fluffy as well to like combat some of the more intense things. And then last is the manga series. I will finally be picking up a manga series I've had on my shelf for a while, and that's Boys Run the Riot. I have volumes 1 through 4. I should pretty easily read volumes 1 through 4 of this during the readathon, and I'm really excited. This has, like I said, been on my radar for a while. This is one of the few mangas I know that fully like feature a story about trans characters. So this is complete at 4 volumes, first of all. So that's great. But this follows Rio, who doesn't feel like themselves in their regular clothes and like dressing a certain way, obviously, to feel more aligned. And then there is Jin, who's new at their school, and they've decided it's a bully. But turns out Jin feels the same way. And they slowly have this friendship blossom, I'm pretty sure. And I'm really excited for it. I've heard nothing but fantastic things about Boys Run the Riot, so I'm just pumped to pick it up. Yeah, that's it for my TBR/radar. I'm gonna just kind of mix up what I pick up. I don't have like specific plans on how I'm gonna go into this. I know for sure I'll read Boys Run the Riot, and then everything else is kind of just gonna happen as it happens. I will be vlogging this week, obviously, and I'm gonna make sure that the vlog's out in a timely fashion. So I will have a vlog up of everything I read for the Trans Rights Readathon. Again, if you want to participate, it's really low key. You just need to read trans books and just try and donate a little bit of money if you can. And if you don't want to run your own fundraiser, you don't have to. I'm just doing that to like give people the option to donate to some Tennessee local things. You know, this again is an issue very close to me that I feel very strongly about. It's such a basic thing that we shouldn't have to fight as hard as we do right now, and it fucking sucks. But you know, we're doing what we can. I'm hoping to find some new amazing and favorite books during the readathon. So yeah, let me know what you're going to be reading, and if you don't want to do that, leave me a trans flag in the comments, and I will be back with my next video in just a few days, and I will talk to y'all then. Bye!
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll